Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're all doing well. This is just a quick follow-up on the video I did about me giving up alcohol. It's now been just over 6 weeks since I had a drop of alcohol and since I posted that video. So I thought it'd be about time for me to do a little update on that, let you know how it's going. Not gonna lie, I have missed having a drink, especially because the weather's been absolutely gorgeous. And I've been going out to a lot of, like village festivals and stuff like that, and eating burgers and watching people drinking cold beers, and god damn it, do I miss them. But I've been really good. I haven't had a single drop of alcohol despite that. And I gotta be honest, man, I'll do the pros first. Like, I'm really amazed, and I would recommend to everybody to try going without alcohol completely for like a week or two or something like that. Even if you don't have like necessarily like an unhealthy relationship with alcohol, I would still recommend doing it because it really gives you a different perspective on your usage of alcohol. So for me, like, I was just the first thing, like my days just seemed twice as long. I got so much more done. I couldn't believe it. I was sleeping better. I thought that like sleeping would be harder without a drink because oftentimes that's why, I felt I needed a drink was just to sort of like wind down before bed or whatever. But I was sleeping like a legend, out for the count, man. And getting up in the morning feeling energetic and ready to go, rather than being up till late boozing and then feeling groggy the next day and functioning at half speed. I've been like getting stuff done, man. I've been amazed. I've been reaching the afternoon and thinking like, Jesus Christ, I still got a whole day left. So that's amazing. That's been a real surprise. Just being able to function at full speed all the time. Crazy. And that for me kind of outweighs a lot of the what I felt I was missing out on, by state like. I felt like I get in after a show or something like that and felt like I needed a couple of drinks or whatever just to sort of chill out and have a bit of a moment to myself. And if I didn't do that, I feel like I was missing out on having a good time or whatever. But I got to be honest, man, I'd much rather feel better like I do, way more energy. The weight, I mean, I don't have, a weight problem anyway, but I mean, like, whatever excess I did has just fallen off because of the booze. And the pros to drinking, really, I don't miss them that much. They don't really outweigh the benefits that I feel for not drinking. Like I say, I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I look at people sinking a ice cold Peroni in the summer heat, and it's like, oh man, that looks like heaven in a glass. But I know that for me, like if I had that one, I'd have to have another one, and then before you know it, I'll be 5 in the morning and I'll be blacking out hammered. So I've just got to kind of resist it. But it's not that big a deal really. For someone that's kind of drunk all their life and drunk every night for a few years, it hasn't been that hard really to just stop. I think once you make the decision, not just with drinking, but with any kind of habit that you've got, whether it's psychological or a physical habit that you've got, once you make the decision that that's it, the rest of it you figure out as you go, but you've got to make that decision. And I think once the penny dropped for me that like, right, I'm not able to just have one drink, I'm not that guy. The being pissed element that comes with that, it's just not worth it really. And the hangovers and all the other peripheral stuff that comes with being pissed kind of it started to outweigh the fun of being pissed, really. You know what I mean? So I've done my partying, so I don't miss it that much. But I didn't find it that hard. Honestly, I really didn't. I still have that pang now and again when I go to a bar and it's hot or something like that, or I just feel like I've had a great day and I fancy a cold couple of beers or whatever, or a nice glass of wine. I still have that pang, but I mean, whatever, man. I think you get used to things. I've found like in the past with other things that I've overcome, like emotional problems. Like with CBT, I did CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, quite a few years ago to do with self-esteem issues and things like that. We developed these defense mechanisms, I think, emotionally as well as physically, with people physically for people who have like substance addiction or money addiction or shopping addictions basically. But we also have defense mechanisms psychologically as well, like if we feel socially anxious or whatever, we have these defense habits that we think we need to get us through, and our body and our mind cling to these things desperately because without them, we don't feel like we can go and do the thing unless we've had a few drinks or whatever. But with all these habits, and I've broken quite a few of them now, smoking, like a need to control things or whatever, and self-esteem and stuff like that. With all these things that have been very, very difficult to break, and drinking, it's only very difficult for like the first 3 goes. Like if you're in a social environment and you suffer, say, from social anxiety or whatever, and you have certain ways of dealing with that, maybe it's drinking or maybe it's being loud and brash, whatever. As soon as you break that habit, the first 3 times you do it, it's fucking terrifying because you're so used to relying on those things to get you through. But your body very quickly adapts to that new habit and goes, oh, we don't do that anymore. Okay, we're doing the new thing. And before you know it, you can't even relate to the old person that you used to be because your body just rewires itself. It's a survival machine. It's just there for your survival. If you keep telling it that I need a drink to socialize, or if you keep telling it that I need to be the loudest guy in the room or whatever to deal with the social environment, I'm just using this as an example, then that's what it's going to keep doing. And if you stop doing that, it's going to go into shock. But the first 3 times you just refuse to do that, face the fear and do it anyway, your body quickly adjusts to the new way of doing things. Like I can't really relate already after 6 weeks to the guy that used to get pissed all the time. It just seems like such a fucking waste of my time. You know, I wasn't having a great time really. You know, what was it? I was wasting my time really. I've had a better time since I've stopped drinking. I've got more done. I've read more books. I've learned more. My mind is more alert. Things are soaking in better. I've not missed out on any partying. I've been out. I've done all nighters, but I haven't had a drink. So it's not that big a deal. It's really not that big a deal. And I'm pretty certain that I will come back to drinking at some point. But I just feel like I need to kind of break the habit that I had with it and break the nature of the relationship that I had with it so that I can have a much more moderate and sensible relationship with booze where I can go out and have a few drinks and then that's it, you know, rather than getting fucking blasted every time I have a drink or drinking in the house, which is just not good. So I probably will come back to drinking again because I do love it, right? But yeah, so that's my progress after like 6 weeks, and I would definitely recommend it to everybody. Just you might be really shocked as to how much better you feel just for cutting booze out of your life. Just for a few weeks, just have a cleanse, man. The results were pretty fucking immediate for me and pretty startling too. So I definitely recommend it. But I mean, I think like also what I've gleaned from this is the similarity that the process of this has had with things I've done in the past to break other habits, emotional habits or whatever. And I can definitely see a pattern there. So if you're dealing with some kind of demons, whether it's a substance addiction or an addiction to something else, or whether it's an emotional defense mechanism that you feel you've got, which is bringing in unhealthy aspects to your life, or unhelpful or unhappy aspects to your life, then trust me, as someone that's overcome quite a few of these now, the process is the same. It's really, really tough for the first 3 goes. You may fail the first couple of times. It doesn't matter. Trust me, you're just breaking habits. And habits are really hard to break. But once they break, it's immediate. And then you're on to the next one. And you can't even relate to the old you. Trust me, you can do it. If I can stop drinking every night and thinking it's awesome, you can stop doing whatever stupid shit you're doing too. Trust me. And if you want some advice, let me know. And hopefully real soon I'll see you at the bar when I'm having an actual pint of lager and just having 1 or 2. Anyway, love you loads, guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll keep you posted. Bye-bye.